Remember I had dinner with Hitler, according to Larry David? I mean, come on, man. Once you play the Hitler card, you lost. But okay. So what I can say to Republicans, and have said to them, is, you know what? I told the truth. I didn't shrink from that, and I took the heat from the left. Now I want you to do the same thing. You do it. You take the heat from the right because I want you to be honest. Do you really think it's cool to talk about running for a third term? Because I know you don't. And I have standing to say that to them because I already got my beating from the left about me telling the truth.
Yeah.
That's a really important weapon to have in your pocket.
If I agree up to the point where an important weapon to have, but like you said it yourself, this is a shameless Republican Party. And so when you come out...
Shameless, but at least they hear it.
I mean, you know, I wrote a book whose title was Shameless. Like, that is the title of my book. And that came out last year. And so, like, I get it. And I think that that's actually their greatest weapon. And...
in a way, yes.
Because how do you shame the shameless?
Well,
what tool do you have? What public pressure can you impose on somebody for whom shame doesn't exist anymore?
To get back to what we were saying a little while ago, and I never finished it. I guess one of us is stoned. But like I was saying, why Trump is different in public, and I was saying his father, you know, the way he was raised, he just has it in his head, and you know, as a political animal, it's not completely wrong, that if you ever give an inch, if you ever show any weakness...
That's the Roy Cohn School of Management.
Right. If you ever apologize, say you were wrong about anything, it is interpreted by a certain percentage of the lizard brain as weakness.
Yeah.
And that's why in public, he never goes there. It's just always, you're an asshole and I'm right and I was never wrong and it was a perfect call. And like, there's just, I don't give an inch. But that's not who he actually is. That's what I found out. So the fact that I have more information than you, the fact that you would think that's bad, that I have more information.
No, I don't think it's bad that you have more information. I just think it doesn't count for anything.
Oh, it does.
If that's who he is in private, because nobody you don't get points.
I feel like
you don't get points for saying something. You don't get points for being self-aware in private. You get points for what you actually do on the world stage.
I'm not looking to score points.
Not you. I'm saying for him.
I'm looking to make the country better. And by the way, what happens in private is what always motivates him, I think, in public. Again, he doesn't do a lot of reading. It's a lot of, I was talking to people. People are saying, well, who are these people?
Yeah.
I would much rather there be people like me in his ear. I think there should be more people like me. And the thing is, I'm telling you, he will listen. That's also the thing about him.
I would rather have moderating forces there too, but I think that world is gone.
I mean, he reinvented the entire Republican Party.
Correct.
I mean, right? I mean, all the things, it doesn't matter. It's a cult of personality. It's also his superpower. It means that he can turn on a dime or go against the promise he just made, just like the most amazing used car salesman.
Yeah.
And the people will go along with it.
Correct.
It does not matter.
I don't know if that's a plus for him or an indictment on the rest of the party.
Well, it's a plus for you as a politician
Correct.
or a leader. Yeah. I mean,
and an indictment on the rest
Musk
of the GOP.
was the greatest guy, and now he's the worst.
Yeah.
And Putin, like, okay, this apparently was his negotiating strategy. One, surrender. Give Putin everything. Yeah. And then when he disappoints me and doesn't take yes for an answer, then I turn on him. And I just cannot predict this guy or what will happen. And I'll tell you this though, he is lucky. He's a lucky motherfucker. I'm an atheist. I don't know a person who believes in like crazy shit or weird. But I mean, there is, I don't know, if he sold his soul to the devil, that is certainly possible. But he has a luck. I mean, winning the first election. You had to have pulled an inside straight like you can't believe in politics.
I didn't watch the returns until late at night in 2016 or late 2015 because I was like, Hillary's going to win. I was working that night, and I was like, I'm fine. Like it's all good. No, I was nobody works as an actor. I had my other job, which was I was personal training at the time.
Personal training?
Yeah, and so
the wrestling.
Well, no, it was just like weight training with like clients.
Another way to get near guys who are sweating.
That's right. That's right.
Look, I'm not saying anything, Brian.
They were especially confused when I was like, "You have to show up in a singlet."
But let's be honest. You did find a way to put your hands on men again.
Hey, you know what? I had learned.
Are you a married man? I don't know that.
I'm not.
What is your personal life like? Let's get off politics. This is club random.
It's weird being in LA because everything feels very delayed in LA. Like, I'm from Jersey, like you, and everybody was married, had their families right away, like 23, 24 years old. With all my friends, I went to Lehigh University, so all my friends that I graduated with from Lehigh, all my friends that I went to college with.
Pennsylvania, Lehigh.
All got married right away. Out here, it's like there's definitely a Neverland, feel to like. The fact, there's like a major delay. I mean, all of my friends.
I don't know what you mean by that delay.
Like people put, I think with the entertainment, all of my whole social circle is folks in the entertainment industry, and I think that there is such a. I feel like you can when your career is in order, it allows you to get into
restaurants.
Say again.
Restaurants.
Restaurant. First of all, restaurants. When your career's in order, I feel like the rest of your life can kind of fall into place. But nobody's career is ever in order out here because you're just hustling the whole time if you're in the entertainment industry. And so there's this unrest. There's this sense that you're not settled in anything. And so I don't know if it's like the hustle, and I'm sure other industries are the same, but I've seen it to a degree that I've not seen it anywhere else, and any other industry.
That's exactly probably how I felt when I was your age. That's not how you feel now.
When did you?
You're not going to feel that way. I mean, I'm almost 70. You're not going to feel that way because you have established yourself. You're right. When you're
it's new though.
Your mid-30s,
yeah.
You're still striving. And by the way, I'll tell you something about your future. It's like this is a lot better mentally because, at least for me, because because one of the greatest anxieties I ever had. Was, am I going to be a failure? How's this going to end up?
Yeah.
Once you've sort of like gotten past that, we're like, oh, even if it ended tomorrow. I mean, I've been on TV 32 years straight. Okay. Yeah. It's like, no one's going to say that was a failed career. So like, there's a certain equanimity that comes over your mind when you have that you just don't have at your age.
When did you start Real Time?
Well, I started Real Time in 2002, but I had done Politically Incorrect for 9 years.
And how old were you when you started?
36.
Okay.
Real Time.
I'm 36.
Politically Incorrect. Yeah.
But like,
and until then, I felt like I hadn't gotten my ticket punched.
But you grew up in Jersey, and so you grew up around regular, normal people who were not in the industry.
Oh, not at all.
And I'm sure that those people got their lives started way in advance of you. That they were having kids. That they already had 2 or 3 kids.
I never wanted to have kids.
No, totally.
So that was a victory, not a defeat.
Right. But you saw people getting started with their lives in a different way than when people come out here.
What I saw that caused great anxiety was comics who I had started with in the clubs in New York, starting to get like famous because they got to the sitcom level.
Yeah.
For example.
Yeah.
And I was still like and I was like, oh my gosh.
Was there a point where you didn't know if you would like make it?
Totally. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what causes all the anxiety.
Yeah.
I mean, I came out here and I'd done a few Tonight shows and they loved me, and when you're the new piece of meat in town, you're always going to do well. Yeah. And I got on sitcoms, and it was all going uphill. And then at a certain point it plateaus, and you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to be the third lead on Bringing Up Chunky, And then there's a part where there was like the early '90s. I was like, oh shit, I'm home all day writing scripts. Am I gonna ever really? And then I got Politically Incorrect and, never looked back. But it takes a while to get that sort of feeling that, I'll
be okay.
Yeah, I'll be okay, and I'll be remembered as a success.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not important to some people.